Hi folks, good day from Donegal in Ireland. It's Jonathan Perry here, the founder of MakeMoneyBaking.com. Folks, I want to explain now how the website planner works. It's a questionnaire, a series of short questions. And the thing is that planning your website, it can be very complicated. So I've put together the questionnaire and it gives people it'll give you clarity about your project and it'll highlight areas that you probably haven't even thought of, things like branding and the structure of the course. So, what happens is when you fill out the questionnaire, that you get results to all these questions in the blank space here on the right. So it gives you a map of the project, what needs to be done is what the idea is. It gives you clarity to your project, and we'll talk about products for the shop and things like that. So, folks, I'll go over to the start of the questionnaire, and I'll go through the sequence of questions and explain them as we move along. So, some are going to be self-explanatory, quite straightforward, and other questions mightn't be as easy to understand, and I have to explain them. Um, an important thing to highlight here is at the top, if you're unsure of a question, you can leave it blank and update it later by filling out the form again. So don't panic and abandon the form. And if you get stuck on a question, think, oh no, I can't do it. Just leave it blank and move along. It really doesn't matter because you can update it later. So we want to get the name of your business here. So Make Money Baking. Have you already got a website? Yeah, that's the thing, folks. That you might already have a website with Wix or iSolely at the moment to work on WordPress websites, but you might already have a website with Squarespace. Wix is quite popular. What else is there? Over in America, there's cast iron is very popular over there. But my point being that the planner will be helpful. That if you're unhappy with your current website, this will help you to get clarity on updating your website and possibly rebuilding it. So we want the we want the story behind the business here, and how would your ideal customer describe you? That's the thing as well, folks, because we want to get information about who our ideal customers are, because we want to create a customer avatar, because that'll affect our design decisions later on, because there's a big difference in a website that's going to be aimed at young people. If you're selling brownies and stuff like that, like, if you look at Bad Brownie and a lot of the big brands in England there that are doing solely online postal orders, like, they go for a very grungy kind of trendy kind of young kind of look, I'd call it. Like, the thing is, if you're selling wedding cakes, you most definitely wouldn't probably go for a design like that. It'd be more formal and ornate, and it'd be a lot of those type style sites, which I'll be building later on as an example. Um, for the demos, like, they're very ornate, and feminine would be a word that I would use there. So we'll be getting into that. So, how would your ideal customers describe you? I don't know, friendly and passionate about design. Tell us about your ideal customer demographics. Again, that's what I'm saying, folks. What age are they? Like, what do they call them? Millennials, people that are around 21 and all, like, are going to have very different interests to older people. That if you're doing tea parties, like that is actually a great comparison. Like, the demographic are going to be more middle-aged people that are probably having the tea parties and stuff. But yeah, it'd be interesting maybe if young people would they buy some type of trendy tea party with brownies or something. Could you do that? So, and you see, here's the thing as well. We want to we'll put in how do you spell millennials? Millenials, but might be able to. There we Is that right? But what was I going to say? We're looking at yes, we're wondering here, are you looking to explore targeting a new demographic? Because that's the thing that will affect the design decisions later on. Because if you're currently only doing wedding cakes and you want to start selling sweets, that's a totally different market. So that's the thing, like we don't want to design a website for your current products and then to find out that you're introducing new products and some of the work would have to be redone. So we'll just put no there. What is the ideal goal, the dream for the business? What would make it a huge success? I would like to expand and hire staff. So that's the thing, folks. That'll affect your product range, and that's the thing. Like the type of website that you need to build there. That question will give us clarity there, because there's a big difference between someone that's baking at home and they want to stay baking at home, whereas a company like Uina Cookies in Antrim in Northern Ireland, two ladies own that company, and they started at home, but they now have a commercial kitchen. So the thing is, like with the commercial kitchen, your capacity is going to be much higher, and you would need a more, what would I call it? The way that you process the orders would be quite different on a large scale like that. So you would need a full e-commerce solution. Whereas if you are just at home, I did a demonstration there in the last video. I was showing how to do simple orders with forms, and that's quite sufficient for the business then, for a small home baker that's going to stay baking at home. Here we have, actually, because I filled this out already in the demos, we're into the next section, website structure. So we can just go down there and we want to figure out what pages and sections we want. And so hopefully, I've been studying the bakery websites, and I think that I've thought of all the usual pages that are used on these type websites, and it could be some for giving you ideas there as well. And then if I've left some out, you can put in additional notes here that we need extra staff pages. So at the end of the form, you're going to see where all this information is in the table at the end, and it's all mapped out for you. Here's the thing as well, you might already have a brand identity set up, you might already have your colors for on your business cards and some of your stationery. So we want to figure that out as well, because it's another thing that would have to be done. So just go yes there. Again, it's back to the demographics, your ideal customer. We want to describe in a few sentences the feelings you wish to evoke, which are brand attributes like, like caring and honestly, and that'll affect, will it be a minimal design, or like elegance is there, like a lot of the wedding sites, a lot of floral sites would be there. And like, say you were doing vegan products, like you would be going for green, kind of like an organic feel is what you'd be doing there. So we'll put that in, actually, vegan, organic. Well, of course it wouldn't be, earthy would be the word that I want for that, earthy, because the feelings, like, wouldn't it be earthy, kind of, or use adjectives and short phrases to describe the site's desired look and feel. Well, actually, earthy should have been there. So it'd be earthy there, and kind of comfy. Like if you kind of had comfy and friendly there, that would be a lot about the type of shapes that are used on the website. If you look at a lot of like children's websites for play schools and that kind of stuff, they use a lot of round shapes and stuff, whereas something like more mechanical designs would be using a lot of rectangular shapes in the design. So here we want to have a look at who the competitors are and what do we think their strengths and weaknesses are. So I'll just say, so that we have some details in the table at the end, I'll just copy and paste that in. Control C. That's not going to, why that's not copying for some reason. Strengths and weakness. There. So yeah, and this is really important as well. We want to find out what is it that makes your products unique on the market. What is your unique selling point? Because you'll need something strong to survive. There's no point in like doing very similar products to other people, you know. So it could be. I was reading a brilliant article the other day about that actually. So I must actually put that on the blog here and on my social media channels to give you guidance there. Some ideas for unique products. Like it could be like if you were trying to something unique, if you're trying to appeal to local people, you could source your ingredients from a local farm. So you're not using the eggs from, what do they call it, from the factory eggs and everything, is something like people like free range. And again, if you were going to like kind of people into organic gardening and stuff like that, you could be using locally sourced honey. um maybe somebody locally makes chocolate actually, maybe from a dairy farm, or you could be using unusual ingredients sourced locally. So stuff like that, so use your imagination there. So um local products. Do you have any proof that your solutions are better than your competitors? Things like client testimonials, where you in the media feedback. You see, we want that for the content on the website. We want that for, that'll be information that we'll put in the testimonials section on the website, and that's all to do. The reason we want that'll endorse people. It'll endorse your brand, your credibility as well, and so you want to increase your visibility online. We want testimonials there, and that can be even reviews people have left you on Facebook. We can copy them onto the website and stuff like that. Someone searching the web for your business, what words or phrases will you use? Back again, we're back to the UPS to USP. I mean, the unique selling point, that because it'll be keywords later on that you'll be putting into the website there for when people are searching for you. So say we were looking for so it'd be things like vegan cookies and everything. Like what's your main thing? That vegan organic cookies. Actually, isn't there? Yeah, organic flour, isn't there, folks? Yeah, it'd be one thing that you could use, because people would be getting concerned about pesticides being used in agricultural methods for the flour, is something. So we have yeah, that's the thing here. We want to make sure before we proceed to the design that we have high quality photographs. And that's an easy thing for bakers that are on social media that need a website, because they're going to have hundreds of photographs that they've been using on social media. So, and even you don't need an expensive camera, or even to hire a professional photographer starting off, because modern phones now are more than capable of taking good photographs, especially the iPhones there. The main thing is the lighting, to make sure that that you have a natural daylight actually works the best. So if you're outside or at a lovely bright window, the natural lighting will do the best for the clarity, for the colors in the photograph. So we have photographs. I have an article on the blog about how to write the details for an about page. I have a guide for that. So terms and service and refund policies, you can find them online, folks. I must get some as well for resources to help people fill this out. There's services for that. Ubuntu or something is the name of one of them there, where you do similar to this. It's a questionnaire where you put in information, and that it'll generate the terms and service for you. Do you have a list of questions that client asks regularly? That's for the FAQs. So that's why we're building the website as well, folks, because it's going to save you getting asked the same questions all the time in Messenger, on social media in general. Have we got testimonials from previous customers? Yeah, I think I have the same question. Oh yeah, in the previous section we kind of asked that already, but it was more, were you ever, yeah, in the previous section I asked, were you ever on the media and stuff, because we can use that in more an awards or company history section to say that you've worked with maybe some big brands and stuff. So we have planning the shop. We want to see here, this is so that make a list here of product categories. So that's going to be cakes, brownies, and donuts, say. So that's just so that we're planning out the structure of the website and we know what categories we need. How many products are you going to sell from the website? This is so that, again, we know on the complexity of the e-commerce system that we need. Because if you were selling maybe 20 or 30 products from your home bakery, you can get away with just a simple ordering system that I explained the other day using forms. But if you're probably over 50 products, something like that, you're going to need a full e-commerce system, because it's managing the inventory and stuff. You know, if you don't have a proper system in place, it'll get very messy. So we'll say 30 products there. So the thing is as well, we want to see what are the most profitable products, what is selling the best, because again, with the layout of the website, we want to put the best selling products in front of people first, and excuse me, so we want to put them on the home page. That'll be the layout there. So here's the thing as well, you could use Google Sheets online. A lot of bakers love spreadsheets, and so a spreadsheet be very useful for, I'll do a tutorial about how to do that. It's just to get the product inventory ready for the website, folks, so that all the content is there, that you have the product names and descriptions information ready, and do you have the ingredients and allergens information ready, and of course pricing as well. So there's quite a lot to think about, like, and hopefully you're finding this useful, that it's highlighted things that you mightn't have thought of. So I actually have to update this, folks. So to select the social networks that you're going to connect to, and we want to see the URLs of them here. So it'll be like that, like facebook.com, makemoneybaking.com. That's just so we have the content, so that we know which ones we're going to list on the website up here. And then we need the actual URLs, this thing here that's up in the top of the browser on your computer, and so that we have them there to put into the website information. So I'll explain what I mean there. If we go over, I'm just now, oh sure, duty. What I just mean there, if I go over to makemoneybaking.com and go up to the top and copy there, and just to show you what it should look like, there it is, https facebook.com, makemoneybaking.com. So you'll have a few of them from Instagram and YouTube and TikTok and maybe a few others. So which of the social media profiles is the largest, how big it is? That's just a general question for information, that to see which one is working the best for you. So we'll just put in YouTube. Have you tried selling on Etsy? Do you know, these are just questions to see how familiar you are with online selling. And we want to see here, how familiar are you with website builder platforms? Click the ones you know of. We have WordPress, Webflow, GoDaddy, SquareUp, Wix, Shopify, and Cast Iron. So We have it there, and WordPress. So now here we are, folks. Website planner for your bakery. Here's the place where you create your free account. So create an account here to access the website builder results. This is so that you put in your first name, your last name, email address, and create a password. And just for privacy, for GDPR consent, how we store the submitted data, you have to agree to that there. This is so that, folks, when after submitting all the data, you can keep going back to the website planner guidebook and you can access your information again. So I'm already logged into the website, so I don't need to actually fill that out again, just to consent. And oh yeah, so there it is, folks. What has actually happened there, that just get rid of that chat bubble, but just when I logged in, you see I've more than one table, and the reason why that is blank there, folks, that's one I did earlier. I was just going through it, I didn't fill it out. So if you have more than one entry, you will see these arrows here for forward and backwards. That's called pagination, and we want to go to the second page. This is the one we just filled out. So you can see how useful it is, folks. We have the name of the business. Have you already got a website? Yes. Put the story behind the business. Friendly and passionate. Target audience. New products. There we are, the pages we need. There's the extra notes about what pages we need. Branding questions. And then we have the content planning. Have you got high quality photographs, etc.? And then planning your shop about the products. We need to get which products are most profitable. Then have you got the names and descriptions? And do you have the pricing already? So, folks, that's it. That's it. And you can actually, I haven't got it turned on yet, but what you can do as well is you can actually export this spreadsheet into Google Sheets as well. So that's extremely useful, because if you exported it into Google Sheets, you could add more columns to the right, and you can edit the information, because if you fill out the form again, it's going to create a whole new form. We can't, unfortunately, actually edit this form. It'll go into the pagination, so you'll have a few forms to compare. But I'll put the button in so that you can export it into Google Sheets, and it'll make it editable then. So there we go. When you do all that, there's a form here to get in touch with me directly, or you can go over here and try the website demo. So I have a upcoming course here, bakery website course sign up. You can sign up for the waiting list if you're interested in building a website similar to this for postal orders and stuff. So, folks, I'll be putting up more demos of different designs and stuff. So the thing is there, I'm available for hire for website projects, so you can give the planner to me, or the other option is you can go DIY, you can do it yourself. That's the plan at the moment. So, folks, I hope you found that really, really useful, and I look forward to being in touch with you. Thanks very much. Bye for now.